all from wherever you are in the world. This is Network Investors Club's global live stream that holds every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 12 noon to 2 p.m. And I am your wealth creation enthusiast with a passion for helping individuals and corporate organizations build their personal and corporate higher investing in the stock market. We are back again today, as usual, market and see what opportunities there is. I'm so excited that indeed so many of you kept faith with the market intelligence shared here, and now most of the losses in the June market correction has been restored. Thank you very much for joining from wherever you are. Once again, I want to appreciate you all still smarting from our fantastic achievement of hitting 10,000 members on Discord group. I am really so excited. We are growing strong and ever so. Thank you so much. We will proceed now to take the review of trading activities as usual. Then we will go on to take your comments in the comment section until 1 p.m. Nigerian time, when we take your calls on TikTok. I hope your portfolios are doing very well. Mine is doing great. Feedbacks I'm getting, most of us are excited. Things are looking up and it can only get better, especially with the corporate action now fully upon us as predicted. This will continue all through the remaining days of July, and we will enter in August still receiving these updates regarding company's second quarter result and ultimately half-year results. So get excited, hold on to your very good stocks. Time to make money from the dip that happened in June. Excuse me. So we proceed right now as I go on to review what happened in the stock market yesterday, knowing fully well we were not on the live stream. There was no live stream yesterday. So let's go on to see what went on yesterday while we were away. Even if most of us were not away from the market, the Nigerian equities market rebounded yesterday, July 23rd, with 1.58 trillion naira gain in market capitalization, reversing losses in previous sessions as renewed buying interest in large cap stocks outweighed profit taking. So profit takers are almost done with their profit taking, and now it's time for the market to jet back up again. The benchmark all share index rose 0.98% to close at 247,832.97 points, up from 245,418.37 points in the previous session. Market capitalization climbed to 159.88 trillion naira, adding approximately 1.58 trillion naira to investors' wealth in a single session. And I'm very sure your portfolio felt that addition, because most of the stocks that we mention here all the time were gaining and added to our portfolios. That's how to make your money work for you while you are busy doing something else. The market's year-to-date return strengthened to 59.26%. and the month-to-date return advanced to 8.0%. Investor sentiment was further buoyed by Dangote Refinery's announcement of a successful $2.5 billion private equity placement, which was 3.7 times oversubscribed, reinforcing confidence in Nigeria's corporate investment landscape ahead of the company's proposed September listing. Are you ready? Are you seeing signs that you should not miss out on the Dangote Refinery, irrespective of what people have been saying? Oh, if you buy public offer, it will go up, it will come down, then you buy. Be careful what you ingest into your consciousness, because you may just watch a fantastic opportunity pass you by. 3.7 times oversubscribed. That is extra almost 4 times more than what was on offer. That is private placement, where the money is higher that is required in terms of minimum to get in. All right? Now imagine the one that is open to everyone. Well, that's enough said. Ladies and gents, we go on to the top gainers yesterday. Guinness up 10% to 365 naira per share. Zichis up 10% to 26 naira 95 kobo. Access Corp up 9.98% to 29 naira 20 kobo. First Holdco up 9.91% to 120 naira 90 kobo. UPDC REIT up 9.77% to 14 naira 5 kobo. Top losers yesterday included Mikio down 9.96% to 62 naira 40 kobo. FTN Cocoa down 9.16% to 8 naira 63 kobo. Omatech down 7.89% to 1 naira 75 kobo. African Prudential down 4.44% to 12 naira 90 kobo. And Cornerstone Insurance down 4.35% to 5 naira 50 kobo. Ladies and gents, I will stop there as far as the review of trading activities is concerned. I'm eager to hear from you, ladies and gents. Interestingly, up from the 14 naira 5 kobo it closed yesterday, UPDC REIT is unrelenting. It's flashing around 15 naira already. I hold my peace. Ladies and gents, time to go on and take your comments. But before then, let's be informed. The stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You've got to be patient if you want the lion's share in this space. This is no crypto. This is no Forex. This is no Ponzi. This is the stock market, a well-known wealth builder for the patient investor. All right? And also, let me introduce to you admins of the Net Worth Investors Club who will be helping in the comments to respond to some of your questions. We have Kaka, we have Rehoboth, we have Dr. Birich, we also have Maobi, we have Anthony, Mr. Luke, Siwe, Isaac, and so many more of them on the comments will be helping us to respond to some of your questions. What stocks will you advise one to buy to hold for 1 year? I have 1 million to invest. Deran Wobi, 1 million, 1 year. I will still go with Dangote Sugar Refinery. Go ahead, invest in that stock and enjoy yourself. But please, everyone, take note, the views and opinions expressed in this live stream are completely mine. They are personal, not financial advice at all. Okay, so do your due diligence. In other words, don't believe what I say until you have researched it for yourself. God bless you, Coach, for the invaluable knowledge you give to us for free. Eloho Lolo. Eloho. You know why I'm smiling? We were wondering about your call last time, just about 2 days ago, and the stock you were going to sell. But I'll stop there for now. I hope you are doing fine. Okay. Hello, Coach. Talk about Cornhole, Magneco, UPDC REIT. Which is better to accumulate? Right now, UPDC REIT is running away. I'm looking at Cornhole for now. Magneco's may slow down a bit, may not have steam within it. And you know, because we are looking to make quick runs, of course, everybody will be excited to have a quick run. And so, but for now, because of the rights issue Magneco's is doing, it may not have so much speed around it for the time being. So I would go between Cornhole and UPDC REIT. In any case, UPDC REIT is now flying towards 15 naira, and that means Cornhole is the easiest target. Let me see how much Cornhole is at the moment, and we will be able to continue to assert or advice. Consolidated Hallmark Insurance currently 6 naira 90 kobo. So that's perhaps going by price action the best to go for at the moment, while waiting for UPDC REIT, because you know, if you know me, you know you shouldn't be chasing a flying stock. Sometimes it may just fly away and never come back. That's the problem. For instance, someone sincerely in the Discord group yesterday shared how she bought First Bank 49 naira, sold 69 naira, made a beautiful gain of 20 naira per share, and her intention was to sell at 69 and then come back to buy it when it pulls back from that 69, maybe to 50 or to even 49 where she bought last. But guess what? That's the stock now suddenly jumping to 125 naira today. So if you've got a long-term stock, and that's why I always ask you, why did you buy that stock? If you bought a long-term stock, hold on to it. Don't be tempted by the mentality of profit taking left, right, and center. You will miss out of a great opportunity. So what she could have even sold today at 125, she sold at 69. But that's not the most painful part. She considered First Holdco a long-term play. That means it was supposed to be a permanent fixture in her portfolio. Now she can't start buying what she bought at 49 at 125. If you've got a long-term stock in your portfolio, stay there. In any case, sometimes these calculations work out. As she sold at 69, making 20 naira gain, she could have bought at 50 or even 55 if it pulled back. But unfortunately, the market has a mind of its own. I hope you understand now why some of these my quotations or sayings that are repeated mean. You know what they mean now. Sometimes it might just be mere words, but you will experience it. And when you do, it will be painful, but perhaps that's when the lesson really sticks. Okay? Do not fly after a moving train or chase after a flying stock. There are so many problems with that when you do so. And then, of course, if you are staying long term, stay long term. Wait for this thing to germinate. You've just planted. Wait. Okay? Coach, is this a good time to buy Access? Zika, where have you been? Access was begging for attention at 22 for so long. How could it now be a good time to buy at 29? Well, I don't know what to say right now. I'm looking at the chart concerning Access. It's at 29.80, almost 30 naira. The funny part is loads of offers are there right now. 28.5 million offers. Only 7.5 million bids. And the fact that Access just recently rallied from around 25 all the way to 29, there's a chance that those people who never allow Access to rest will load up Access on the offer column. And that could see Access dropping later today. I don't know. A lot also depends on how First Bank continues to run. If First Bank tires out from this sudden jump to 125 and begins to retreat, then Access will have no option but to follow suit. For now, already, the sellers are loaded up. More than 20 million shares, excess of what is on offer or is bidded for. 7 million bids, 28 million offers. So Access could crash today. We don't know, but it all depends whether First Bank continues to rise. Don't forget today is Friday, so you want to stay patient and not make that mistake. Sometimes this saying, do not fly and chase after a flying stock, or do not chase after a moving train, could just be at play here. This setup is a very dicey one. You are afraid whether Access could climb 30 and above, or so you don't want to miss out. But there is also a chance it could just pull back heavily, because it's not been long, just about 3 days, it jumped from 23, 24 to 29. So that's a risky play at the moment. Okay, ladies and gents, let's go on to YouTube and see. You know how we do it. Go ahead, keep liking, keep sharing from all platforms that you are, and repeatedly post your comments so we can always be able to see it, because the screens will keep scrolling away automatically. Good day, coach. I'm planning to invest 500,000 naira. Which stock? Which I took from my rental savings to use to top up my Zen Bank shares between now and December. Please advise me, sir. Rental. Do not use your rental income to invest in stocks. Stay patient, wait for fresh funds. That's my advice. Do not use rental. If you are a tough risk taker, you can go ahead, but I do not advise. Listen, we are investing for financial freedom, isn't it? Freedom from every concern that money can solve. Now, if that is your aim, why put yourself under pressure in the process of getting financial freedom? I am a subscriber of peace of mind. When you sleep with both eyes closed. You are not thinking too much. Any investment that will give you BP on the road to achieving success is dangerous. So you don't want to risk rental money. Instead, put it in fixed income assets and just be done. Forget the opportunities that looks like you must put that money in there. More opportunities will come and more money will come your way also. We are not here to put you through that stress. You don't need it. Just be at peace. Do your thing one step at a time. Money will come. You are getting knowledge. You will eventually capitalize on the knowledge you've got. So please just invest that money in a fixed income asset and pay your rent in December. Very neat. Okay? Because December is not even a good time to sell stocks unless that stock rallied so much from now. But then, who wants to risk all of these things, especially with so many uncertainties along the way? First Bank has been doing me good. I've taken huge profits twice in the last 2 years, bought at 24. Fantastic move there, Uncle Willie. Uncle Willie is a strong hand. He's an old hand. If he tells you how much he bought his name insurance, that is currently 30 naira now, you'll be amazed. Well done, Uncle Willie. Enjoy yourself. Good day, coach. Please, is McNichols a good stock to invest? Wise dominance. You need patience to invest in McNichols and see the reward. But do not jump in and then begin to worry when it looks like it's not moving. But it's a very good stock, if you ask me, especially for the long run. Eze Cynthia says, Coach, what about a pivot commercial paper? Do you recommend? I do not know about that. What company is behind the commercial paper? You don't subscribe to every commercial paper in the market. For me, just the same way we do due diligence in stocks and not go after every company listed, I also advise that you do not go after every commercial paper. Check and evaluate the companies behind them. I only advise people to invest in commercial papers of companies that have very strong track record that are publicly traded. So the likes of Fresco, Dangote Cement, Guinness, MTN, Zenith Bank, if all of these companies come into the market with a commercial paper, fine, but not a company I have no idea about their finances. That's one problem that you need to be careful about. If it's not a public company, then you have no access to their financials. But that doesn't mean, again, that they are not good companies. For me, it's a safety measure that I always consider. Rito says, morning coach, can you kindly recommend long-term stocks? Long-term stocks that will do you good anytime, any day in today's market based on the price. Currently, I would go for the likes of Dangote Sugar, Nascon, PZ, Custodian Insurance. I'm also looking at UBA because it's long term. Then Zenith is now doing 125 or so, right? But there's still some value there. Never mind, next year, Zenith is also going to be listed on the London Stock Exchange. I've mentioned 6 now. I think that's enough. Morning, coach. What's my best entry for Chams today? Utman, Chams, best entry. Let's see what's happening with Chams this morning as I go back on the floor to pick out the numbers per second. Chams is currently 4 naira 37 kobo, up from 4 naira 32. 5 kobo up. 21 million offers for Chams, 8.6 million bids. So even when the bids are less than the offers, they are still not losing at all. Chams showing strong energy and strength as far as that 4 naira range is concerned. Please go talk about McNichols' rights, because Atlas said it is not yet out. Is it true that McNichols' rights is not yet out? It could be true. You know, we got the information about McNichols from the scratch, right? From the scratch. So that means that it may not be out. It may just have been the announcement we have been going about with. So stay patient. Once it's out, your stockbroker will have McNichols for you to invest in. My 150,000 units tip IPO was credited in May When I checked today, I was surprised to see 50,000. Jack Solar, who is your stockbroker? You will deal with them accordingly. Raise an alarm, email them, and open communications regarding that. That's unacceptable. We go on to YouTube. Good day, coach. Please, I need a recommendation for penny stocks to hold for at least 3 years. I have charms and tantalizers with 3 million each. I need extra one to take position on same amount. Thank you. Well, at this point, I could mention you already have tantalizers and charms. That's a good one. Adamu Suleiman, Mustafa. You can go for one more penny. Consolidated Hallmark Insurance. Conhall. That's it. What can you say about FTN Cocoa? Oluwatobi Folorunshaw. Oluwatobi, I've said a lot about FTN Cocoa, and I repeat, after the country's stance on the export of raw cocoa beans, banning the export of raw cocoa beans, meaning that it will be processed cocoa at some point, either in cocoa powder form or any other form. If there are no chocolate factories here, but that could now trigger the influx or the opening of chocolate factories also in Nigeria. And if that happens, good for FTN Cocoa. Of course, first thing is FTN Cocoa already is enjoying a massive turnaround in their finances. So, very good stock long term. Greetings, coach. What's your take on QTix and Ella Lakes right now? Type Creations. Both of them have suffered a lot following first. For QTix, results not looking so wonderful in the first quarter and has been beaten down badly. Second, Ella Lakes for a failed IPO which did not meet expectations, and so funds of subscribers were refunded. Now they are smarting from that struggle and they will need a little bit of time, but that brings a stock like QTix to somewhat value zone. 290 kobo per share. That's very cheap. And I remember now, I said in one of our live streams that I was going to check what the situation is with the numbers as far as QTix is concerned, considering it's dropped drastically to 290 kobo. Now, no matter how unimpressive a quarterly result is, it does not take QTix any lower than something within this range. 52 weeks low is 260 kobo and it's currently trading at 290. So may be a reasonable long-term play for new entrants. In any case, that's my take on QTix. But no doubting the businesses, QTix has been doing excellent before now. I think they are a victim of the 1-for-1 that they gave. That 1-for-1 bonus has really hit them hard, further diluting their shares. And now trying to build back up is what is dragging them back. Hello, is 29 Naira a best entry for Access Holdings on Common Idea? Well, 29 is what it's been going for. 29 Naira 80 kobo it is currently. If you bid at 29.00, that will take you way down the pecking order. That means you will be behind 7.2 million bids out of the 8 million bids total for Access. So that takes you way behind the pecking order. But if you bid around 29.50, then you are going to be queuing up behind just about 2.8 million bidders. Okay? Make your decision. Coach, please talk about Buafu. Tony Morrison. Actually, today, even yesterday, even if we were not live, yesterday and even today as I've come on live and seen Bua Foods drop to around 700 and something, it felt a bit attractive. But then, are you ready to wait? Because the Bua thing, because of the lack of liquidity, the free float is very, very small. It means it's always on full offer when no one is interested. And then when it begins to be scarce and begins to jump, it jumps very fast. Whether or not it will drop further below the 760, we don't know. But you need a lot of money to command a drop to that 760. In any case, Every day it closes at 8:45 for now, but intraday sells at 760, maximum drop for the day. Whether anyone can come and muster 100,000 shares at once to make it close 760 and thereby make it available at a lower price the next day, trading day, I don't know. This is exactly what happened with a stock like Boa Cement. Stayed at 300 for a while, looking like it would never drop anymore. Then one day, all of a sudden, boom, 300 and 275. So began to sell at 275 for several days and then showed signs of climbing back up, started selling at 288, and now currently Boa Cement back up to 313 as we speak right now. All that stock needs is the release of their second quarter result and something good could happen to it. Coach, what's your take on First Holdco? Usera Tinstar, user Atinstar. My take on First Holdco is, first, congratulations to every First Holdco holder. Second, no longer a stock for recommendation because it's flown too high and you are playing with fire at this point if you are still considering going to buy it. And everyone needs to understand, when a stock is celebrated because it's made 50%, 20%, 30% in a couple of days or weeks, that post about noticing a stock has jumped is always confused to mean a buy recommendation, even if no word about it being a buy recommendation was mentioned. The reason why we highlight a stock when it does so well very quickly is because we have mentioned that stock when it was very low and it's now raising. We are only notifying the public. And this stock that used to be so low that we also mentioned you should buy has now jumped. But the problem with social media investors is they will now go and start buying that stock at that height. This is what I want to save you from, because a lot of money is going to be lost following that trend. Do not chase after a stock being celebrated on social media. A lot of times, some social media influencers will make a post, and correctly so. Between January and now, top 10 performing stocks. This one has done 400%. The other one has done 350%. This one has done 250%. They are just giving you information. They are not saying go and buy. Then you have people going quietly to buy those same stocks that have rallied so high. Please, I'm here to save you that. Don't be attracted to those things. You are late to the party. People have enjoyed that money being celebrated. Don't now go and be the sacrificial lamb they will keep dumping on. Keep your ears on the ground and pick the ones that have not been celebrated. We don't go out posting what we are targeting. That's why we talk about it here, for you to take position first. Okay? Before any serious talk is made outside of this space. So, train yourself not to be too attracted by what is already in vogue. All right? Train yourself to not be attracted or moved by the hypes. That's how to win in this market. Look for the ones that are ignored but have top quality that is being mentioned in places like this. Do your research and take position and relax. And then you will soon be amongst those who they are celebrating. Coach, speak on Beta Glass. I invested heavily on it. In gains, no traction. Yes, Beta Glass is behaving like the Boa Group. When it is not in attraction, just stay still. But in that moment of staying still, power is being built. Power is being built. Momentum is gathering, because when the market comes back to it for what Beta Glass really is, it can't be at the same price. So a whole lot of patience. I bought Beta Glass when I was talking about it Even when I was buying Bitter Glass and talking about it, 400 and something naira, that's my entry price or average cost price, because I bought them at different intervals. You will find that, because I bought some at 500 plus, you will find that nobody's attracted. Nobody's saying anything. Good for it. So if you have finished planting, then let's wait for germination before it sprouts and then grows. Good day, sir. Not to derail from the class. This is my first live and I want to start. Please help. Chris, first things first, knowledge. Send me a DM requesting for the beginner guide that you are just beginning. Use this weekend to go through the beginner guide, 1 hour video, and then step by step things to do. If you have a stock brokerage account, we'll leave that out. If you have not joined the if you have not joined the Net Worth Investors Club on Discord, we'll share the link to you. We'll give you all the steps you just follow to ease you into this business, because you really, really need a solid foundation before you get going. Foremost fuels it when the boat is missed. What's your take on UCAP and VFD Group? Keys. UCAP needs time. VFD Group needs more time, both in the financial services sector, but they know how to navigate their way to keep being relevant, making money for their shareholders. Both of them gave stupendous bonuses. In 2024, UCAP gave a 2-for-1 bonus, and that has ensured that they now need time to recover from the dilution that bonus came with. 2-for-1. If you had 1 million, they give you 2 million extra. That means you now have 3 million shares. Then VFD gave 5-for-1. In their case, not so very recently, not so long ago, just last year. 5-for-1. For every one you have, they give you 5. So if you had 1 million, they give you 5 million. So you now have 6 million shares. Heavy dilution took place. And that means the stock price first marked down for that bonus. Then, of course, earnings per share watered down badly. So they all need time. In the same boat, but UCAP, having done theirs earlier and having done the lower of the generous bonuses, is most likely to recover faster than VFD for now. My first mistake, impossible lesson from you, coach. I don't chase a flying stock. Excellent. Hello there. All right, keep the comments coming in. Let's go on to Facebook. Omoye Ohiku says, coach is right. I bought First Bank at 30 and I've been holding since 2007. I'm now smiling. Now, Omoye, most people cannot even do what you have done, because they couldn't have 2007, 30 naira, and then First Bank dropped within that time to 5 naira per share. This same First Bank, she bought at 2007. That means she experienced the stock market crash of 2007 and 2008 that sent many people packing from the market. That time there was not sufficient information. That time people knew about stocks only when there's public offer. And so you're only open to buying the public offers as you see them. No valuation, no research. They just throw it at your face and you keep buying. That's where the problem came from, most of those 2007 crash situations. So, but she left it buying at 30 naira 2007. They did bonus shares though. Between that time and now, she must have gathered enough bonuses. But if she states this openly now on social media, people will say, oh, since 2007, she bought at 30 naira and it's only getting to 100 and something naira now. Beyond the 100 and something thousand, 100 and something naira, they don't understand that there were bonus shares. Then, of course, it sounds easier now. But she saw that 30 naira stock collapse to 5 naira. I knew very well, I remember very well. First Bank collapsed to 5 naira per share. But here we are today. So imagine somebody bought 1 million shares of First Bank when it dropped to 5 naira per share. That could have meant 125 million naira now from 5 million naira. But how many people can wait? That's the question. Good day, coach. Please talk about CWG. Elisha Emo. CWG has fantastic numbers. One of the only things holding it back is that the numbers does not the balance sheet need help. So they need to keep working and making enough profit and retain enough profit to balance the balance sheet. Perhaps that's the only reason that stock has not really rallied, even if some other metrics looks good on the stock. Solo King Okoro says, please, can I access FGN savings bond through Cowrie Wise? You know, sometimes I just wonder how we hype things in this part of the world. I'm seeing weak connection, and this is the almighty Starlinks in quote. Anyways, let's make progress. Can I access FGN savings bond through Cowrie Wise? Well, Solo King, I do not use Cowrie Wise, so I cannot really tell. Cowrie Wise users, are you able to access FGN savings bond? Michael Musa says, coach, please, can I get more details about Tip Charms and Wando? Wando, I do not trust the performance up till now. Things could get better, but that's what we've been hearing. 10 years past, stock shareholders, no dividend. So you have to be careful with that one. Charms, we've said a lot about Charms. It's the 1 million challenge stock. Tip is a 1 million challenge stock, but it's gone higher than the 1 million that we know. I mean, the penny stock that we used to know it for. Those two are good. You can make up your mind to buy enough Tip, since you can always come back to Charms if it remains lenient and stays at 4 naira. Adebayo Omowumi says, morning, coach. Please talk about ICO. What's your take on Abe Bank? Well, Abe Bank is just coming up. I've not seen their report to talk about what the strengths are. Looks interesting, especially the change of license or the license upgrade that they have experienced. We wait to see how that plays out when full commercial activities begins to bring in money into the books. In any case, their status as a commercial bank has not yet been announced by the CBN, but we are sure approval is already given. So they will need another 1 year for us to really fully assess what they stand for. But guess what? The market is so excited about them. Abe Bank sells for 10 naira. We are waiting to see the numbers, how they compare with the likes of Jai's Bank, Nigerian Police Force Microfinance Bank, FCMB, to know if the 10 naira is justified or not, considering the prices of the others as well. Okay? Coach, thank you for the great work, sir. SpaceX is now trading below its IPO price, 116. What's your take? Now, some people made money after buying SpaceX and it jumped. A lot of times, US public offers are like that. They get excited, they jumps, and then you better sell off that time. So now we're waiting to see how low, and you really can't tell if SpaceX has hit the rock bottom. Though I saw it gaining yesterday, it gained a little bit upwards yesterday, but could that be a value trap being set to make you feel, oh, we've now hit rock bottom, it's now time to go back up? And does that really mean they've really hit the bottom and it's time to go back up? What I know is that SpaceX will need a lot of time to get back to where it was, and so not too much of a hurry. Now, there are so many US bargain stocks. One of the stocks I was trying to look at, I've not even finished looking at it, suddenly boom, the price just jumps. So there are so many other bargains. I do not want us to be carried away with a public offer stock that is full of noises. For instance, Tesla, one of the most popular, suffered heavy defeat in terms of the price action yesterday. Alphabet, that is supposed to even gain, haven't broken every record in terms of analyst estimate versus what they did in their financial second quarter result. Guess what? The price plunged. just because they stated that they're going to spend more money on capex, investing in AI and all that. The numbers are saying different things, which should cheer the market up. Market decides to react against the news that they were going to spend more money funding capital expenditure. So the market can be very tricky. That same Google that collapsed after a good performance, the market may later forget that news that dropped the price and jump back up. So always we stick to fundamentals. And as far as SpaceX is concerned, when I did that video, there was only one out of the 3 business segments that SpaceX operates that is profitable. The other 2 are still loss makers. The only profitable one is the internet service provision division of the business. And that's where Starlinks is. You see? All right, I'll stop there. Ladies and gents, keep your comments coming in. I love them. That's why I'm here. So we keep going. What can you say about FTN Coco Oluwatobi? Okay, I think I've responded to this. YouTube comments needs to refresh again so we can keep going. Young Tycoon says, good morning, my wonderful coach. What's your take on CMFC? CMFC. I think I've shared this before. CMFC was the former Deep Capital. They moved from financial services to solid minerals, and now they are referred to as Critical Minerals Financing Corporation. The numbers I knew about Deep Cap were not very convincing. And I need to see what their second quarter and first quarter results were to know whether there are prospects. Enough of just buying stocks based on projections or anticipation of what can happen. Sometimes you want to see the numbers changing. So the same way I've not been very convinced with Deep Cap is the same way I am not very convinced, even if they've now changed their name to CMFC. Everyone needs to know the historical background of whatever it is. Just like HBM, we know what WAPCO can do. The change of name notwithstanding. So I look at HBM now, what I see is WAPCO and what they've been doing before. So the same applies to CMFC. Nothing new as far as my opinion, based on the knowledge I have of information I am exposed to so far, is concerned. Good things, speculation about solid minerals, fine, but what's the result like? Same goes for Japol, that was now moving from oil and gas to solid minerals, and so it's now Japol Gold. We are waiting to see what comes out of the solid minerals activities, and the market will not waste time to reward a stock when something tangible happens. Davido Wall says, coach, please, what's your take on FeedSyn? Is it a good time to get in? FeedSyn is a good long-term stock. If you see it under 100, could be a good time to get in. That 95 from the 100 it closed yesterday looks interesting, but you've got to also convince yourself that it's the right move to make right now. Keep the comments coming in. Let's keep making progress. So many comments on Instagram that has been hanging. Help me repeat your comments. Good afternoon, coach. Please, can you talk about CNIF? That's coming from Goodness Okon. CNIF is like NIDF. So CNIF is a fund management, an infrastructure management business. Coronation Infrastructure Fund, just like you have the NIDF. What I need to clarify is looks like CNIF is an open-ended fund. You invest, they use the money to invest in infrastructure and then make money out of that infrastructure to pay the investors. So that's what happens with CNIF, but it's a closed-ended fund. I think I've explained this before. Unlike NIDF, what that means is it has a tenor. This CNIF has a lifespan, 10-year tenor. And 10 years after its existence, the fund will be closed and money paid to shareholders. All your money will be paid to you back, but based on the current net asset value of the business. So during payoff, it could be more than what you spent that will be paid to you, depending on when you bought the stock. So everyone needs to understand closed-ended fund and open-ended fund. What's the difference? And also know which of these funds are closed and which are open-ended, so you know what you are doing and know what to expect. Awala Meyiwa says, good afternoon, coach. Keep the good work and stay hydrated always. God bless you for us. Thank you very much. I will stay hydrated. Very good advice. Coach, is TIP a good buy at this price, or I should wait for a pullback? Well, pullbacks may be difficult to happen after the market already pulled back heavily. Then, of course, we are now in results season, talking about earnings season for the second quarter and half-year reports. That means it will be a difficult thing for TIP to be pulling back. Is it actually possible? Absolutely so. Anything can happen. So over to you to decide. Coach, does WAPCO change name to HBM going to affect them in the stock market? Peace, Ama. It will not affect them at all. It is only a change of nomenclature. The business remains, the staff remains, activities continue, cement manufacturing goes on. So no negative effect. All right, coach, say something about MU and GLW. MU, one of the most loved US stocks right now. I don't know anything else to say about it, but everybody loves it, and it's looking really, really interesting what happens with that stock. There is serious value in it, and one thing with the US market is they don't only rely on the fundamentals. There's a whole lot of how the market feels about you based on future expectations and all of that. So you can't tie yourself to the numbers alone. Otherwise, you get stuck in a stock that doesn't move. And yet you'll be seeing a stock doing losses flying. And so many stocks don't pay dividend in the US market. They don't care. The stock price will keep jumping, while those that pay dividends stagnate. So it's a different world entirely from what we are used to in the US market. I mean, the Nigerian market. That's why you play the game differently. Eloho says, Coach, don't forget to tell us about your tour. Oh, yes, I will, ladies and gents. It's happening next month. There will be no live stream, but there will be communication and updates on all platforms. We're advancing the club further. We are going beyond just being a social media or an online community. We are a wealth movement, and touring some nations and business and investment capitals will really open us up to so many other opportunities. And of course, others will also get to know more about the Nigerian investment space. So all good for us. Let's be expectant and look forward to so many things coming forward. I will still comment on that as we keep making progress. 10,000 members of Net Worth Investors Club real time. It's not a joke. And I think we have attained that height where someone has to sacrifice to make the noise to the world and let our physical investment and business summit become the most impactful. The first ever it will hold in Lagos. Let's progress. Riams, chops, and more. Says, good day, coach. Please, what do you think about Japan Gold, Beja, and Zuchis? If you are referring to Beja Paints is one very stubborn and illiquid stock, and we are playing the game according to how the stock behaves. So we are all stuck in it right now. Beja Paints will stubbornly refuse to lose. Instead, it will constantly and repeatedly sell on full offer until something good comes up again about it, and then the price will jump. For now, it's at 132, and it's always been so for so long, while closing at 147 on a daily basis. Okay, could first hold could sell 50% now, or keep holding. I'm up 60%. Okay, user that's coming from user at Star. Sell 50% now or keep holding, up 60%. Well, as it stands now, you should be selling 50% and stay on and watch what unfolds from here. I'm going there now to see. You've really tried to hold on up till now, especially if you do not intend to hold for long term. So it's at 124 naira 50 kobo, up from the 120 it was yesterday, 120.90, and 6.9 million bids, 6.4 million offers. So bids slightly above offers, so not an overwhelming sell, but you could take 50% and then hold on if that is what you think. And then for those who are holding on to a stock like First Bank for the long term, let me tell you what to expect. And it's all part of what the market ecosystem is like. Your long-term stocks will jump so high and still come down from that high and take some time before they go back up there. It will not remain permanently up there. The biggest challenge is everybody would have loved to take profit at the high and then wait to buy back when it comes back down. But the market has a mind of its own. So it becomes a gamble to play such a game with your long-term stock. So you are torn between selling and damning the consequences if it never comes back. Or you sell, it comes down, you buy. Scenario number one. Scenario number two, because of the fear of never being able to get it come back down for you to buy after you sell, you decide this is a long-term stock, I stay there forever, for as long as I want. So you stay on. Because to be honest, the worst days of First Bank are over. I said it when they published that heavy provision for non-performing loans. They've cleaned up. I preached this thing a lot last year, that all the signs I see in First Bank tells me serious cleanup is going on. Now take a look at the second quarter result. Excellent. Just like one of us shared in the comments in the Discord group yesterday, she bought First Bank 49, she sold it 69, hoping it will come back down a bit so she can buy more and stay in there. The first notice I got was that means she wanted to hold First Bank long term. But in her statement yesterday, she said, unfortunately, the stock didn't come back down and flew all the way to where it is 125 now. So over to you. Morning, coach. What do you think of CWG? I think I've mentioned that earlier, so we've got to save time. Coach, please, between RT Briscoe and UPDC REIT, which do you advise I invest 1 million naira in? Interestingly, both of them are in my 1 million challenge stocks, and suddenly both of them are off the what you call the penny stock range. Interesting, isn't it? So let's go and see. RT Briscoe, if you find RT Briscoe under 11 naira, then you should buy. But that will be difficult now. Because RT Briscoe will eventually come up with a very good result. So under 12, say 1180 is a good price to get in and wait for the second quarter result. Then for UPDC REIT, because it's been flying currently at 15, you know how UPDC REIT does. Those of you who bought at 7, you are already 100% up. 1 million challenge. Some of you, after we bought at 7, I bought at 7, I saw it drop to 6. So some of you must have bought at 6. You bought at 6, you saw it climb to 10, then it came back to 8, and then 7 again. Then it climbed to 12, very briefly, came back down to 7 during the June market correction. And now we are looking at 15 in just about 3 days of trading. So someone who is always triggered by little gains who bought at 6 would have sold at 10. Maybe they bought again at 7, then sold at 12, hoping that it will come back to 10. Now it's 15. So you should not run after UPDC REIT. It does this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But again, the market has a mind of its own. You can't predict it. So if you desperately want UPDC REIT for the double dividends they pay every year, then you should go all in. Ikem Benzoic says, average price for me is 6 naira 78 kobo. Listen, we don't make it up here. Real life, practical money being made without struggle. That's him. And I'm sure because it's a 1 million challenge stock, Ikem might have bought like 5 million units of that stock, 5 million shares. But let's assume he bought only 1 million. We know why we call him the money man. Let's assume he bought only 1 million shares. He would have spent 6.7 million naira at 6 naira 78 kobo. Now, that 1 million shares that he bought 6.7 million is now worth 15 million. And all these things are happening this year, just this year. A few months ago, it was still selling at 6. Patrick Honori says, I bought at 5 naira 50 kobo. 5 naira 50 kobo. So what he spent 5.5 million, if it is 1 million shares is bought and not 10 million shares, is now worth 15 million naira. Ladies and gentlemen, clap for yourselves. I have too many smart people here who can, you people impress me so much. You don't understand. People say, you are doing this thing for no money. How can you be doing it free? Is it possible? It's possible. Because I'm getting wonderful energy from this house. What are we talking? I'm like that lecturer who is so impressed with the student that always is showing interest and performing. You know, bad performance discourages even lecturers. Somebody is teaching you and you are still struggling. It's a problem. So the lecturer is excited and motivated when he sees impact. Beauty by Quinty says, you are the best lecturer, coach. Oh my God, thank you so much, Beauty. Coach, what's wrong with Nestle? I don't know. Nestle is heavy. I've told us before, you don't go chasing all these stocks that have already arrived. Nestle is in a world of its own. Nestle is an egbo in the stock market. I will not forget when I started investing, Nestle was 9 naira. To me, it was too expensive. Now that Nestle is about 3,000 naira plus. So it is in a world of its own. You can't bamboozle Nestle. You can't force it to do what you want. Okay? At this point, it's 2,500, down from 2,800. A time will come, it will just boom. That's how you see the way Bitter Glass is, Berger Paint is, Bua Food and Bua Cement, all those stocks, they behave very stubbornly. Even Airtel, don't forget, Airtel was stuck at 2,000 naira at some point. Then it got to 3,000, stuck there for so long. But suddenly, boom. So that's the class Nestle is. They don't get moved by what the market is doing. But when money wants to move, they move. What's your idea on investing in AI and tech companies now and in the long run? Luna Scarlett, he's referring to the US market. And I was going to do a video about my best tech stocks. Now, when you look at tech and AI, there's a whole lot involved. Everybody is chasing the star boys or the star players in AI, NVIDIA, Micron, all those big names. Yes, there are solid names amongst them. I shared with us here, I've never bought NVIDIA because I always felt it was overpriced. And of course, the hype was so much around it. It is now NVIDIA is making sense to me. So beyond the star players in AI and tech, there are those who make the stars shine. We are talking about the support companies that provide, you know, when it comes to AI and tech, you need serious power. So power providers, and then the manufacturers of what AI, the hardware manufacturers of what the AI companies need. So I will do a specific video and speak on my top tech and AI stocks for the US market. One of my biggest wishes is to see Coach one-on-one someday so I can thank him. Lucky, God bless. Oh my God. I feel like now taking you with me on that trip. Oh my God. Thank you so much. It will be a pleasure. And that's why everybody must take our 6th December Business and Investment Summit very seriously. Beyond just seeing ourselves, you are going to be exposed to so many investment opportunities you may not have seen. And a lot of times, some things that we can be exposed to in such meetings, it is when we are far older, when we now feel like, oh, had I known. No, there will be no had I known. They are going to expose a lot of businesses to you. Watch and see what happens. So keep a date, 6th December 26 in Lagos. More details will be shared with us, like I said. I'm preparing for the December summit. Aloha, lolo. I'll be excited to meet all of you and, of course, see what we do from there onwards. Please, Coach, what's your take on Honeywell flour mills? Well, Honeywell went ahead and invested in Ikeja Hotel. I am getting a bit confused now why that's kind of a move. But then, what do I know? And that brings us to the updates regarding some of these companies that have announced their results and announced corporate actions as well. For your information, Transcorp has declared an interim dividend of 40 kobo per share. Let's see what that does to the stock price. Ladies and gents, it's 1 p.m. Nigerian time to take your calls. But before then, let me go on to see. Transcorp is selling at 40 naira, up from the 39 naira. They have declared interim dividend of 40 kobo per share. In any case, the financials are showing revenue grew to 241 from okay, I'm comparing the group now. 200 revenue actually dropped. (30th June 2026), meaning half-year report for Transcorp. Revenue dropped from 279 billion to 241 billion. Gross profit dropped from 130 billion to 109 billion. Operating profit dropped 91 billion to 81 billion. Profit for the period dropped from 65 billion to 54 billion. Basic earnings per share dropped from 4 naira 8 kobo to 3 naira 23 kobo. So that makes me wonder, what is Transcorp still doing? You see? All right, the 40 kobo interim dividend is actually what was declared the last time also. So they matched their previous dividend payout. Guinness also announced interim dividend, this time 7 naira per share. That should send Guinness flying as well. What's happening with the stock right now? We check to see. Guinness currently jumps to 388 naira per share, up from 365. Okay, ladies and gents, time to take your calls, but we'll still be taking your comments. Don't be tired. Let's stay focused. I'm here for you. Let's keep going. Please, anyone on TikTok that wants to call in, do well to indicate. And if I pick you up and it is a mistaken call, you didn't mean to call in, then you just cut the call immediately. There's no need to tell me it's a mistaken call. J.A. says, wow, my Guinness has quadrupled. I remember very well. I encouraged all of you here, buy Guinness at 70 naira. Guinness 70 naira. Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Good afternoon, coach. My name is Timothy. I'm streaming from the Federal University of Technology.
Timothy, good afternoon. How are you doing? Tell us.
My name is Timothy. I'm streaming from the Federal University of Technology.
Fantastic. Go ahead, Timothy.
Okay, coach. Thank you for the knowledge you have been sharing with us. We really much appreciate. Thank you very, very much, sir.
Okay.
Okay, coach. We are actually a group of friends here, so we are trying to raise funds for a business idea that we gathered. So the funds that we were able to raise, we knew that maybe over the time it won't actually be enough to do the business that we actually want to do. So we now agreed that we'll be raising money like 30,000 naira every month. So putting it in a particular stock, so that probably within a period of like 1 year we would sell and raise capital for the business that we actually want to do. So we want you to maybe recommend the stock that we can actually be putting this money, so that maybe probably between now till latest December next year, or an average 1 year time, we can actually get enough money. The capital we are looking at getting for starting up the business should be around 2 million naira, sir.
Focus on accumulating Dangote Sugar Refinery.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This is so nice to hear. Students are not waiting to graduate to do things for themselves. They are thinking outside the box. Others are still running around academics, which is okay, but you will know from the morning how the day will pan out. They are not just thinking about a business idea. They are not going cap in hand. They have come across a community like this and the stock market, knowing they can build what they have. They have taxed themselves 30,000 a month and they now have a solution. This kind of thinking, you can never be stranded. You can never be left behind. Now, the patience to build and wait for it to grow is a discipline school cannot teach them. They are acquiring real life lessons by these actions. And that's why sometimes you let them learn. Just the same way a child is trying to walk, and because the child falls repeatedly, the parent does not now pity the child and say, stop, you are falling too much. No, that child will repeatedly fall and fall and fall until they gain balance and be able to stand. That's where strength comes from and experience. Second, they are tasking themselves 30,000 naira every month. That means another set of discipline altogether. By the time they put the money in the business, all they needed to learn, they have learned in patience and discipline in terms of managing funds. So the business will be managed based on that experience. Oh, the sky is your limit. That's the much I can say. Let's go on to take more callers. Eloho, Sir Bonnie, and Sim Sim collections in that order. Anyone who connects first permitted to also speak. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, Sir Bonnie, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Shadrach from Lagos.
Shady from Lagos, good to have you. Please go ahead.
Good to have you, sir. Sir, I just have a quick question. My portfolio, I was going through my portfolio yesterday, and I have 8 stocks in my portfolio. Valuation of 17.5 million. But I noticed that out of all my stocks, I don't have anyone that has up to 100,000 units. The highest I have is TIP, 70,000 units, and then UBA, 40,000 units. So I don't know if I need to reshuffle my portfolio or not.
Do you intend to keep funding your portfolio, and how regularly do you have fresh funds to invest?
Yes, I do intend to. Fresh funds, it comes as God will.
Okay. The best place to review a portfolio like this is on the Discord group. Otherwise, if you have intention to keep putting in fresh funds, I would say there may not be need to offload anyone, except the quality of a stock or two are not good enough. Otherwise, if they are very good stocks, concentrate on topping up on them as money comes. It's not always okay to sell off stocks that you have managed to gather at some point, because eventually you will find that you bought them very early, so cheap. And that will now help you in the process of topping up. Even if they become more expensive, by the time you do the top up, your average price, though goes up, will not still be the same expensive current price by the time it averages. So I would advise stay on and keep topping up with fresh funds.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Eloho, next caller.
Good afternoon, coach.
Good afternoon. She's excited. Tell us.
This is Ella calling from Warri.
That's right. Hello, go ahead.
Yes, coach. I said let me call in so that I will give you feedback about my UPD series.
Give us feedback. Everybody's waiting.
Yes, that God, I saw small at
Oh.
1280. Then yesterday I saw it at 1405. I screamed because this is what coach was talking about.
Okay.
Then I saw the other small one.
Small again.
Then I woke up this morning and I saw it at 1545.
Did you sell another small?
I saw the other.
Oh my God.
I'm done selling. I still have about 20,000 units left.
It's all right.
So
That's fantastic.
Yes, sir. So when the opportunity comes, I'm going to accumulate this time very well. So, and I learned something said you are sowing, wait for the harvest.
Mm.
Don't be in a hurry.
Mm.
But like I said the other day, I just wanted to feel something
Yes.
from the investment I've been doing since January.
Awesome.
And I know I'm at peace now, I'm at ease.
Come on.
So the challenge I'm having now, because of the dip, I have some fresh funds. I can actually top up, but I'm still disturbed because of that dip. Is it a right time to top up, or I should just hold on?
What and what do you
Because
think?
all the stocks.
What and what do you think you want to top
I
up?
have Zenith. I actually have I'm still at a loss on PZ.
Okay.
My average entry is 92 naira, and it's currently at 80 something. And I know I saw it at 70 something as at last week. So I'm feeling that buying it at 80 something now, I'm buying it at a higher price. So I don't know if I should still hold on and see whether it will dip further.
I wish you bought at that 70 something
And I
because
also picked up my sugar. Yes.
wait to see if it drops below for PZ. If it drops below 80 again, then you buy. So anything around 79, 78.
Then okay. I also took up my down sugar rice, so I've not been buying on the floor of the house.
Wonderful.
I'm just waiting for it.
That's good.
Then I've been encouraging my 20-year-old daughter to start this stock investment. She gave me 50,000
Wow.
to buy something for her. I'm not sure what I should buy.
Buy for her. Does she have an account? Does she have an account?
It's 20.
Does she? Does?
I told her to open an account with Atlas.
Don't buy yet. The way to train them is for them to have theirs.
Okay.
So let her open the account. Let her fund it.
Okay.
That's where real trading comes. She will see it grow in her name. She would receive even the smallest dividend that comes into her bank account. Those things will stir her up. You wouldn't need to talk too much anymore.
Okay.
So hold the money, let her open an account, and you put it in there. For your Zenith, I knew that at 110, Zenith was the best possible price that time. I still said it here. I still guided somebody practically to buy at 109. But at this 126, you may want to watch and see. Is it lower than your entry price? That's my question for Zenith.
No, my entry price is 121. So I'm already in profit.
So you could have bought more under your entry price when it was that low. Anyways, top up on those that are still low. Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Any other strong company you have that is still lower than your entry price, feel free to top up because the time to top up is almost over. These stocks are not coming back to what happened in June based on the reports that are coming out.
I have R&D, but it's very minor units. I don't actually consider it as one of my stocks. I'm just holding it for the sake of just having R&D. I have fresh funds, but I'm keeping it for Dangote Refinery, 2 million.
Okay, if you have fresh funds and it's for Dangote Refinery, so be it, because September is already closed. Thank you very much. Sim Collections, next caller. Good morning. You are also smiling. Did you sell small too? Okay, go ahead.
I have champion, I have money floor, but I'm at loss, and I'm thinking of buying more to average down and then sell, because I want to sell those two stocks. But I could not sell it because the loss is much, like 30% to 26%. So I just want to buy more units to average down so that I can be able to sell. I don't know if it's a good idea.
I'm not very keen on those two right now. What other stock do you have?
Every other stuff that I'm making profits. I have tips, I have tank sugar, I have pizzas, nakwan.
What's your entry price for tip and down sugar?
Entry price for tip 12 naira 30 kobo, and then that sugar 68 naira.
Your honey flour, how many do you have?
I have 30,000 units.
And you bought at how much?
Naira.
Say again.
16 naira.
16.
3.20 kobo.
Well, you are in profit already. 16.55. That's what it is now.
11.
You bought.
The shop was 16, but now the coin price is 20 naira.
Oh, you are in profit in the both of them.
I'm not.
You bought Champion 16. Okay. It's at 11. Okay. And then you bought, what's the other one now?
Honey flour.
Honey flour. How much did you buy honey flour? I'm interested in that one.
11.
If you
16 naira.
you bought 16, two of them 16. Okay.
I bought one, then the other one.
You need to be sure what you are doing. If you are not in, if you are in profit, it's okay. The one you are not in profit, the truth is, I've said it here the last time, our brewery sector will need a little bit of time. Champion Breweries among them. They need money to offset a lot of things and continue to tidy up their balance sheet. Champion has moved from 21 back to 1150. Whether it has bottomed out and may rise again, I don't know. But I think from what I'm seeing in today's chart, 4.8 million bids, 3.8 million offers. You might just average down on Champion and hope that it gets back to anywhere close to 15. And once you are in profit, you can take your leave.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Where are my callers? I don't want to struggle with this mistaken calls again, so I'm just trying my best. If you want to talk, please come on. Good afternoon.
Coach.
Tell us your name and where you stream from.
Okay, I'm Golda from Lagos.
Golda from Lagos. Thank you for joining. Go ahead.
One, I would like to invest for my kids. I have a particular fund. I want to buy a stock for them. So I would like to have a recommendation.
How old are they? Do they have an account?
No, they don't have an account.
First things first,
Still managing it for them.
you will ask, oh, okay, if you are managing it for them, you know you can't transfer stocks for children. As long as it's in your name, you can't move it to them later on. So why not open a minor account for them and invest directly on their behalf? And that would mean they must have bank accounts also. Then you complete a minor account form and send their investments directly for them. So stocks to buy for them. Stocks to buy for them. Mark Nichols, Tantalizers, Champs, Conhall, Nigerian Police Force Microfinance Bank, possibly Jai's Bank.
Okay, sir. So if I was to buy it today, what do you think?
Tantalizers, Mark Nichols, Conhall.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. The global. Oh my God. You said thank you and then you kept quiet. The global icon, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Please tell us where you're streaming from and proceed.
Yeah, my name is Dayo. I'm from United States of America.
I am from the US. Go ahead.
Coach, I just want to thank you. I want to appreciate you. Sincerely, I think that should be on Wednesday. I was just in my bed and I was thinking that you don't know the impact that you're making in people. They understand. You are making a huge impact. You know, sometimes you are just praying to God, God, I need your leading. I need someone to just hold me by the hand and show me what to do. And that is what you're doing.
Wow.
You know, a lot of time you have money you don't even know how to spend the money. You have the money, but you don't even know the right thing to do. You don't have the right leading. That is what you are. I mean, I was on my bed and that thought was just coming to me that you don't know the extent of what you are doing in people's life. You don't. Sincerely speaking, you don't. Because I was talking to my mother. It's not that you're taking money on this. You are just doing it free of charge. And the kind of impact you are making in people's life is tremendous. It's huge. You know, because sometimes you need someone to just come and lead you. Okay, let's go on this side, go on this path. This is what you need to do, and that is what you're doing. Because a lot of people don't even know what to do, including myself. Sometimes you don't even know what to do. You have the fund. Where can I invest this fund? But God has brought you into our life to direct our path, to lead us in this path. I mean, I just want to thank God on your behalf. I want to say a very huge thank you on behalf of myself, my family, and everybody that you're leading. You are doing a wonderful, wonderful job that you don't even know that you're doing. I want to say thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. Appreciate.
God bless you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Unsolicited testimonials that leads to so much gratitude. Money cannot buy. This is the motivation. This is my gratification. And you know what? Nigerians, one of the best, the most appreciative people on earth. They will thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you till further notice. You will choke with thank you. You guys are simply amazing. You know? So let's go on to take our calls. Vivian, your money sis, stand by. You have someone to talk to. Vivian, your money sis, just stand by. Pretty Jan has a question. Hello, Pretty Jan. I hope it's
Good
Jay.
morning, sir.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you are streaming from.
Okay, my name is Janet. I'm streaming from Abuja.
Janet from Abuja, we are excited to have you.
Yes, sir.
Most welcome.
Thank
Go
you,
ahead.
sir. Thank you. So, sir, this is like my first time. I don't even have idea what is happening here, but yesterday night, I was really, really pained, and I was literally crying all through the night, and I was asking God for direction because it's as though like there's nothing coming up for you to do. Like you don't even have the knowledge for you to start something. So I came on TikTok just not long ago, and I came across the page. I don't even know what it is, but I'm just happy that I'm here. And so I want to beg for direction or guide because it's a whole lot. Like I'm very, very anxious speaking now. Hearing people's testimony and the way people are talking, if my mate can't get to what level of knowledge and achievements they are now, I will be able to do better too. So I'm just grateful, sir, for this page. I don't even have an idea about it, but I'm happy that I'm here.
Wow. Janet, do you know that God answers prayers?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. I was going to call Janet, your money sis, to talk to you, and she will respond soon. But let me let you know, first things first, be joyful, be happy. You just found yourself one of the best places to develop your future from wherever you are. You need zero knowledge of the stock market and how to build wealth to join. Hello, Vivian, your money says. If you come on, just let me know. I'm seeing that we're trying to connect. There's network issues. But Janet, whatever you were crying for, it begins with first finding yourself in a community and a network where everyone is pushing each other forward. Now, we are all about building wealth from whatever we have. I'll begin with myself. I started investing 28 years ago, living with my parents, waiting to gain admission into university. All I had was 4,000 naira, but I was convinced that time that there is a genuine way to build wealth, even though the mantra then was it's either you are doing fraud or you are in politics to steal or blood money or something sinister for money. But I just knew there must be a genuine way to build wealth. That was how I kept reading books until I stumbled on the stock market. No internet to do no research. But just the same way I discovered the stock market then and started investing, you have also discovered us. It does not require any knowledge. It just requires a teachable spirit. Are you ready to learn? If you are,
Yes, sir.
follow me on Instagram, send a DM that you are a beginner. We will send you
Okay, sir.
a list of steps to follow, beginning with the beginner's guide, a 1-hour video. You sit down, listen. If you understand what the stock market is, you will not be afraid to start building your own wealth from there. From anything you are able to get, based on the knowledge you get, will show you how to open your own stock brokerage account. We'll show you the link to join. We have Net Worth Investors Club. We are over 10,000 members. We include both Nigerians and foreigners, and Nigerians in diaspora all make up that club. Every day we are discussing market developments, analysis, market intelligence. If you find yourself in that club, it will be one of the best places to grow yourself. From there on, you can start building. And the beautiful thing about the stock market is you don't need 1 million naira to start. I started with 4,000. You can still start with 4,000. It's that interesting. So get excited, stay positive, and you've just found yourself that home you are looking for. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
All right.
Thank you. I'm grateful. God bless you, sir.
God bless you too. Enjoy the rest of your day. Mary Ann says she started with 400,000 naira. Fantastic. And if she tells you now how much her portfolio is reading, you will get even more excited. Me, I started with 2,500 naira. Queen Zaza. All right. Coach, what do you think about new gold stock? New gold. Is it in the US market? When I ask a question like this, no, I've not done a research about them. Okay, let's go on and take some more comments on Instagram. Okay. Darren Wobi says, good afternoon, coach. Please, what do you think about Nationwide Express stocks, Siam ETF stock, and new gold stock? I don't research too much about ETFs, so I don't worry myself too much about how they behave because I can't hold on to any serious fundamentals. The last time I struggled to check for ETFs, when I wanted to do a deep dive research, I could not find the information I was looking for, so I abandoned them. It's almost like a guesswork, and I don't like doing that. Okay. And then for Nationwide Express, it's not where there is as much growth as I expect. So I'm also not moved buy that stock. I'm looking for the best performing stocks, the stocks with the best prospects, so that you won't say, coach said this and this one happened. It still happens even with all the opportunities and all the prospects. You will do your research and everything is looking fantastic. You buy the stock, it doesn't move. You just simply respect yourself and come out. That was what happened with a stock like Transcorp. After doing share reconstruction and everything, and now the numbers are looking good per share wise, you are still declaring lower revenue. For instance, half year result, lower revenue. And then you still have 40 kobo interim like last year. So that's the market for you. You've got to stay positive and still keep inquiring. But you know what? The wins will always be more than the losses. And once you are able to achieve that balance, to a very great extent, the wins are overwhelmingly more than the losses, then you are good, right? That's why we don't claim perfection here. Nobody is perfect. Even Warren Buffett will always say, no one can time the market. Who is on call? Please indicate on the comments. Adekunle Omoti. Because I'm tired of bringing up calls that are not intended. So just comment on the comment section so I can bring you up. Okay, Big Jane says bring me up.
Hello, coach.
Please keep your environment quiet so we don't put you off. Go away from the noise.
Hello, coach.
Can you leave the noise, please?
Hello, coach.
Yes. Please, we need some quiet.
My name is Adekunle. I'm calling from the United Kingdom.
Adekunle, thank you for joining. Go ahead.
So let me start by appreciating you for all you do. I've been so blessed coming across your page. I remember starting investing earlier this year with a very little amount. And as of today, I'm getting close to 40 million.
Wow.
My thinking has changed completely. Any loose fund anywhere, I just want to put it straight into the stock market. And yeah, sometimes in May, my question is this, sometimes in May, I decided to get into mutual funds, the equity trust fund. So I invested about 15 million in that. At the moment, I'm losing about 1 million. Over the last 2 weeks, I've been asking myself, is this the best for me, or should I just come out of this and then put my funds into the stock markets myself? I do understand the company is also investing my funds into the stock market, but I've been asking myself, is this the kind of knowledge I have now? Is this the best thing for me just to come in directly? And during the June, when the market was down in June, I was negative. I was losing about 10% of my fund, and as of today, I'm up to almost 20% up as of today. But I feel I'm doing something right, I think. So I just want to seek your advice. Is it right for me to just leave the mutual fund all alone, leave my fund into the stock market myself and invest? And if yes, what kind of stock do you think I should go in now? Now, in my portfolio, I've got reasonable amount of Lafarge, Aradel, MTN, Tantalizers, SIP.
All right, Adekunle, we lost you there, but you may not be able to mention all your stocks so that we can take some other callers. Hear this. I do not have any ETF, not with the knowledge I have. And I understand when people decide to invest in ETFs, no problems, right? The idea is we invest in ETFs when we don't know what to do. That's the safest move to make initially. But what those videos on social media do not tell you is that you can also lose money in ETFs. That's what they don't tell you. They will always make it look like, oh, just put your money in ETFs, as though it's a fixed asset. It is not a fixed asset. There is a chance that you will lose money Even money market funds, there is a chance that you will lose money, but you will only lose money when you sell. Every loss is on paper until you sell. Now, the question is, do you think you can wait and get that investment back in profit before selling, knowing what you know now? Because a lot of times, you know what you want. And if you've got the right knowledge in the stock market, then you do your trade yourself. Whether it's equity fund or not, the whole idea is to grow the money, isn't it? So you grow the money. But if you put the money there because there is a certain payment that comes at certain times to solve certain problems, then it's understandable to leave it there. But if your focus is to build what you already have as exponentially and as aggressively as possible, then you are the only one who can do that, especially with the knowledge we are sharing here. What stocks to buy? The same stocks I've been mentioning in this whole season so far. Dangote Sugar, that's how we do it. The other time I was mentioning Aradel at 400, 500. Now it's 1,005. Dangote Sugar, Unilever, UBA, Zenith is already going away. It used to be 110 during the dip. Then Custodian. That one seems to just slip away from time to time. Custodian is doing fantastic numbers than most banks. You will find out soon. Then you have PZ. I think I've mentioned enough. Thank you very much. Next caller, Simple Firm. After Simple Firm, then Big Jane.
Hello, Coach. How are you?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Thank you so much. Well done. First of all, still trying to see if I can be part of the Nigerian Congress. So let's hope for myself there. I'm Simple Friend calling from Canada. So I just have one question. You've been talking about second quarter. You know, we should look out for second quarter. How do we determine the second quarter, or first, second, third, I think fourth? How do we determine? And at the same time, my second question and the last question is this. I tried to get into the Discord group. I don't know what's happening. I couldn't. So is there any way you can put me through so that I will be able to find myself in the group? Thank you.
The Discord group, you can only get in when you send me a request on Instagram. Then you will also must have downloaded the Discord app, installed on your phone.
Yeah, I have Discord app.
You have a Discord account already.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So the only way now is send a request on Instagram that you want to join the Discord group. Then we'll forward the link to you. Straight up, you follow the link and join. And for everyone joining our Discord community, you will arrive at a landing page, but that's not where the discussions are going on. There are other channels. The NGX channel is where you see discussions on Nigerian stocks. If you stay in the landing page, you won't see any conversation going on. Foreign stocks is where US stocks and all that are discussed, and the day trade channel is also there, and so on. Please, nobody should lure you out of the group to bring money for them to invest. It is net worth investors, not investment club. We are individual investors. So we are not there to invest on anybody's behalf. You open your account, you invest for yourself. We are only there for knowledge sharing and helping each other to grow. Okay? There are scammers all over the place who come into your DMs pretending to be me with my photo. I will not DM anybody first. I will only respond to a DM based on your inquiry. So be guided and be safe. It's a do-it-yourself club for this purpose, for the protection of members. The link also expires for this purpose, for the cyber security of members, so that it is not littered all over the place, because we are not looking for numbers. We are only looking for who wants to be empowered and grow with us. So it's not a numbers game, really. We're only happy that so many people are already in the group and we are seeing results. So a way of weeding out those miscreant scammers is, first, it's a do-it-yourself club. Second, it is interactive. You can ask questions and learn and go and execute. Third, the link expires from time to time. Then on to the other question about quarter and first quarter, second quarter. The whole year is made up of 12 calendar months, correct?
Yes.
And each year has 4 quarters, because if you divide 12 by 4, you get 3, correct?
Yeah, I understand.
That means quarter 1 is, yes, January, February, March, first quarter.
Okay.
April, May, June, second quarter. And the way to time these things is, when the first quarter comes to an end, because you are going to be needing time to prepare the reports, you give it 3 weeks to 1 month after each quarter to expect the results. That's why as June came to an end, I kept telling us July, second quarter results will start coming out, because the second quarter ended in June. But these companies will now need 3 weeks minimum. Some can be so fast, 2 weeks after second quarter result is ready. After third quarter is done, 3 weeks post third quarter, the results will be expected. So that's the way it goes. Even full year result, you don't get it till towards the end of January, because you need to wait until December 31st before you collate the fourth quarter result, then merge all together to get the full year result. So that's how that works.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Big Jane, next caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Okay, tell me.
It's Big Jane from Lagos, Nigeria.
Yes.
Sir, I actually want to sell out my benefit. I don't know if that's actually a good idea. I don't know. But like, that particular stock has been dragging me back for a while now. So I'm thinking maybe I should put the money somewhere else, or maybe I should still give it a grace, because I was actually rooting for the insurance sector this year, but I don't know what happened. And benefit hasn't been doing so great. So I'm currently at the loss of over 200K. So I'm thinking maybe I should just move on, or I should keep, holding on.
Big Jane, you said of giving it grace. You sounded graceful, but ruthless. And at this point, your ruthlessness is allowed. You actually have a chance to recover those losses. The insurance sector, including the supervising agency, the commission itself, has not been as pragmatic as the CBN did with the banks. So we will move forward. If you feel that, oh, I can use this chance to sell off and go into something else, why not? 200,000 is something you can recover quickly if it is keeping you uncomfortable, because you sound to me like a very gracious Big Jane, but a bit offended with that stock right now.
I'm just a baby investor, big. So I'm actually thinking maybe I should just, probably take it out and put it in Dangote sugar or something else. I don't know.
If you will be patient with the Dangote sugar, do so. Dangote sugar will soon run to 90 naira. That's why I said it's easy to recover the 200,000. So you can proceed.
So, I have a fresh 5M right now, but I don't know yet, so splurge it. I'm thinking maybe I should.
How many stocks do you have?
I have 11 in total, actually.
Total portfolio value is what?
25.
You've got to top up on what you have. Can you share how many stocks you have, total quantity on the group? Once it's more than 5, we can't do it online because we still need to talk to more callers.
Doing it on my beacons and leaving out the best, like my 4 beacons. That is Lafarge, Tip, NTN, and which other one? NGX Group.
You know what? Put that money in those stocks now. You don't want to wait until their second quarter results are out. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, let's take a bit more comments as we hold on the calls for a moment. Real Juicy Baby says, please call me. Okay, I will call you. Seeing loss on paper is not a small pill to swallow, actually. But we stand Gidigba. Beauty by Quinty. Yes, it's all part of the process of eventually becoming successful. But sometimes your conviction is right, especially now that the market is on a very good recovery streak. Okay? I have 30 million, coach. I need your advice for 5 stocks for dividends and capital growth in long term. If you've been listening, then you wouldn't need to even ask, because I've been mentioning a few stocks here that are very good to go. Zenith, UBA in the banking sector. But if it's 5, you have to take 1. And I would stick with Zenith, even if it's at 125 now. There's still some headroom for more upside. Then Dangote Sugar, that NASCON is being ignored up till now. Okay, well, I mentioned NASCON. Custodian is also good. I've mentioned 4 right now for you. Then 1 more, maybe Vitafoam, something a bit different from what we've been talking about here. All right, I'm going to be calling on Travel Scholars and Real Juicy Baby. Let's go. Travel Scholars.
Hello, coach.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're streaming from?
Yeah, good afternoon, coach. This is Chinonso. I'm streaming from Lagos.
Chinonso from Lagos. We are glad to have you. Proceed.
Yeah, so coach, based on our one-on-one session the last time, you recommended some stocks, and I think part of it was UBTC Riyadh. So you said I should do a 1 million challenge for it. Then it was around I think 9 point something naira or thereabouts. So I don't know if I should still proceed with it, because I'll be expecting fresh funds maybe next week. So and the thing is just running so high.
What happened to you? You would have bought it with 9 million naira. Now it would have been worth 15 million.
Yes, but I was looking forward to you understand, making up for some of the stuff to do.
I understand. All right, if that looks like it's run away, this is what you will do. Still target it at maybe 11, 12.
Okay.
If you find it around 11, 12 going forward, you can buy. If you miss it forever, it doesn't come down from the 15, which I doubt, then you have 2 other options to still try: Tantalizers and Cornhole.
Yeah, you gave me Tantalizers, so I'll be needing another 1 million challenge. So.
Cornhole.
I already got Tantalizers. Okay, Cornhole. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Real Juicy Baby.
Good afternoon, coach.
Good afternoon. Your name is packed. real and juicy, then there's a baby involved. Go ahead.
Okay, my real name is Regina. I'm calling from Lagos.
Regina from Lagos. Good to have you. Go on.
Okay, coach. I buy a lot of ETFs. So I heard when you said you don't have ETFs. So I have the Stanbic IBTC ETF 30. I have Vetiba Green ETF 30, and I have Vetiba Industrial. I have like 1 million naira in 3 of those stocks. And although I am losing a lot on the Stanbic IBTC ETF 30, but I'm asking if I should sell and buy single stocks. And I have fresh 1 million naira to invest. And these are the stocks I already have. I have MTN. I have like 4,000 units of MTN. I have like 3,000 units of Zenith Bank. I have Fixin 2,000 units. I have Jais Bank 30,000 units. I have Dangote Cement 1,000 units. I have MTN 2,000 units. I have UBA 3,000 units.
Okay, this is what to do. You are almost. How much is the value of the portfolio? Can you tell me immediately?
Yeah, my portfolio is around 4 point something million naira.
Let me congratulate you first. You are doing well for yourself. And don't mistake the fact I said I don't have ETFs to mean that everybody should throw away their ETFs. There is always a reason for buying ETFs. In your case, now that it's looking like you are losing money in those ETFs, don't panic and sell. Wait.
Okay.
If you feel like you want to get out of ETFs because you now know more about stocks, just wait for them to come back into profit. There will be no need to sell at a loss.
Okay.
I think
the only one I'm losing is actually the Stanbic IBT ETF 30 because I'm gaining in the Vetiba Industrial and the Vetiba Green 30.
Okay, so this is what we'll do. In your case now, do not sell your ETFs. You sound to me like you are young enough to have enough time. Now,
I'm just 21.
Excellent. All you need to do now is focus on building your stock portfolio. At your age, if I were you, I will have no business doing ETFs because they are a very sluggish way of making money. Besides, it is for those who are older looking for safety. You don't need no safety. You need aggression. You want to grow your 2 million, your 5 million to 50 million. And it can only happen in the stock market. But you've started first, perhaps, the way they always say start before you go into stocks, buy ETFs. Okay, now focus on your stock portfolio and grow them. The 1 million you have, I feel that if you don't have Dangote Dangote Sugar, you don't have TIP, those 2 stocks must be your portfolio. You could as well sell some heavyweights. If you have a stock that sells for 1,000 naira per share plus, and it's only 1,000 shares you have, offload that stock, get into these 2 I just mentioned. Then use the 1 million also to stack up on these ones. Then focus every other fresh money that comes going forward into these ones. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much, Coach. I really appreciate it. I sent you a DM on Instagram because there's something I want to ask you, but I don't want to say it online.
All right, feel free to resend because so many messages must have buried it.
Okay, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Guys, Nigerians are coming for the world. 21-year-olds building portfolio in millions. You don't know what is happening yet. Just hold on. This wealth movement will reach everywhere, and by then, billionaires will emerge without noise. Don't forget, I will always say, when you build in secret, they don't know what to attack. Ladies and gentlemen, it's already 2 p.m. The session was becoming more interesting, but time has already overtaken us. And I'm so sorry. I even feel bad that this is where we come to the end of today's live stream. We are working tirelessly. By next week, we will reveal how you can participate in making sure that we give towards our business and investment summit holding in Lagos. We've already gone a whole lot, including discussing with service providers for that event. We'll give you full details next week. Then, of course, my learning tour. Watch out for the video update introducing and announcing that tour and where I'm off to this time to create more awareness and to find business opportunities that we will bring back home and explore is Singapore. One person got it right. Even though so many people were guessing several other places, Dubai, Canada, it's none of those places. It's Singapore. So I'll be off to Singapore in August, and we'll be giving you updates from time to time on all the handles. And that means there will be no one-on-one in August. There will be no cohort in August. There will be no live stream in August. But never mind, if you are connected in all of these platforms, I'll be doing reviews of market updates as we go on. And then we'll come back in September in a grand style. But never mind, we'll meet again on Monday, same time, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Apologies to those whose calls and comments I could not take because of time. Let's do it again next week. Thank you so very much. Stay safe, enjoy the rest of your evening, and have a fantastic weekend. And I wish you all the best as far as